Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a general monthly tarot reading for the month of August 2021. Almost struggled to say that beginning. Do want to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you in this moment to go ahead and like the video, to leave me a comment down below about your situation, how it resonates, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And when subscribing, let's not forget that little notification bell. But more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the month, the message that came through was the race to fulfillment. The race to fulfillment. Love it. And so with that said, let's get started by pulling we're going to do a 6-card spread for the month. We're pulling from the Gilded Tarot Rail deck. All right, you'll notice I'm in a different location. Bear with me. Hoping some orbs are flying around in this reading. Alrighty, as I do some shuffling, keep in mind general monthly read for the sign of Gemini. Whatever placements it ends up being for you within your chart all apply. If you're here to hear about a Gemini, you're of course welcome to join. Do take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. I'm also taking requests at this time for personal readings. So all you gotta do is go down below to the description box where you will see all the options, pricing, and my email. So just reach out and I'll get that started for you, okay? Alrighty, as I remove the cat hairs, what do we have for our lovely Geminis for the month of August 2021? Thank you, Spirit. For Gemini, we got 3 already. Okay, bear with me. Got the right order. All right, what else do we have for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit, for August 2021. And we're gonna pull, we have 5. We'll pull the last one right from the top of the deck. Okay. 7 of Pentacles at the bottom. You might find there's an overwhelming underlining focus on your hard work, on you sort of watering the goals or watering a business, a project, a hobby, something that means a lot to you. Feeling like you're trying to sort of race towards a level of fulfillment for yourself, but at times it's just not easy, or it's overwhelming, or you just find yourself really, really damn serious in the process. I'm hearing who's making it a race. Interesting. Feels like it's you. The 3 of Swords to begin. You begin the month of August feeling a bit emotional, or feeling as if you're doing a bit of healing. Feeling as if there's a focus on all of your failures, whether it's other people or situations kind of bringing them to light, or putting a spotlight on them, or you simply can't stop thinking about them and need to bring it back to the present moment. I'm hearing, why is it that I cry so much? Why is it that I feel so emotional about, or emotionally tied? Yeah, I'm so emotional about this or that. Or why is it that I feel so emotionally tied to my goals that I'm trying to race towards that fulfillment? I'll get there, but when? You know, why does it have to be so hard sometimes? You just sort of needing to simplify your thoughts to begin the month. You might feel as if you get a lot of lower back pain to begin the month, or migraines or headaches. You sort of feeling as if other people and situations, or even your own thoughts, are not helping, any of which. You know, at times you may get some pain in your body, or a headache of some sort, and it just doesn't help you when you're trying to hold back from not exploding, or telling someone how you truly feel about this or that. And Spirit saying, tread carefully, Gemini. You don't want things to come off in the wrong way. You'll get there. It's almost as if your passion for this or that, for fulfillment in your life, for the completion of your goals, once again, for certain projects that you have in place or are starting to unravel, it's like that passion starting to explode within you. You just feel like you're trying to utilize all the pain and the sorrow from your past and difficulties, failures, to put it all to good use. You know, for some of you, like putting it into your art or into your job, whatever it is you're trying to create at this time. Some of you are your own form of artist as far as singing or songwriting. Interesting. Or that may play a big role in your situation. Queen of Wands. It's hard for you to make your way to the middle of the first half of the month not feeling really serious or on edge, feeling a little bit on guard, feeling like your passion's there, your fire's there for whatever you're going after, feeling like you're lighting the way for certain other people as well, even if it's just one other person. For some, it's more. Either way, the leader within you kind of reemerges and you're like, okay, I got to sort of get it together, you know, at least even if it's just a bit of a facade in the meantime, as you might find you're stuttering a little bit or a little bit on edge, but your confidence starts to come back, you know, feeling like you, or overdressing, I feel the need to say, where you're like, okay, well, now I'm actually hot. Layers, for whatever reason. Interesting, we just spoke upon overdressing, feeling as if you're thinking of yourself almost like an onion, a non-smelly onion, let's just put it, at this point of the month, where you feel like there are just multiple layers of you, you know, and people just need to understand that they're only experiencing one layer of you usually, or one or two layers, and there's more to you than meets the eye. I'm a unique, multi-faceted, how do I even put that? I'm just a different individual. I'm unique. I'm eccentric at times. I just don't want to fully be vulnerable in that sense, but you'll be put in situations during the middle of the first half of the month where people will see you more for who you truly are. You might find that a dog or a cat becomes a true sense of comfort for you as you make your way through this middle or this first half of the month in general. You might find that simply kids or pets looking up to you or looking at you in funny ways will rub you the wrong way for whatever reason. Interesting. Moving on to the Four of Cups. Again, just be aware as to what little things are kind of irking you or making you sort of, or pushing your buttons. Let's just put it that way. Four of Cups. An offer comes in, it's just one I'm hearing, and it's not for you, whether it's from the past or it's a new offer. For some it's a job, for some it's relationship oriented, and you're like, this is not going to work, right? Feeling stubborn, feeling a bit moody because of all that took place towards the end of July or the beginning part of the first half of the month in August, and you're like, I just really need to do my own thing. I'm gonna just kind of race right past you and go towards my fulfillment, towards the completion of my goals. I don't feel the need to, I don't feel the need to almost even acknowledge this offer. It feels almost insulting. You might find that nature is very appealing at this point as you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month. I'm seeing someone almost where the offer comes in from somebody and they have a flower and they're just like very kind of, I want to say almost arrogantly or without meaning to, making it seem as if the flower is more interesting than their offer. And you'll see what I mean when you make your way to the end of the first half of the month as to how that offer was just rubs you the wrong way, and you don't feel the need to even give it more than a hot second or a moment of thought, as you already have a million and one things going on in your head or around you. You're like, all right, back on track, fast track towards my fulfillment, towards my success, towards the completion of my goals. 10 of Cups to move right along. As you make your way to the beginning of the second half of the month, you find that there's a focus on your family life, on the connections in your life, or your lack of which, a lot of you desiring a family, feeling like it's just weighing heavy on your heart and your soul. You know, some of you, there's some backstabbing or some secrecy, some wounds that are still yet to have been healed, right? Being aligned with the Three of Swords. It took me a while. Like, I didn't want to pick it up. You know, you may not want to acknowledge what has been healed. You may not want to acknowledge these wounds, these secrets, the difficulties that lie within your family or certain connections, friends, acquaintances. You feeling like seeing the rainbow. It might have to do with somebody gay. Either way, you might also find yourself, no. I mean, you just might find yourself saying that, being like, no, this is, no, I don't want to acknowledge this, or no, this is unacceptable. For some of you, it just makes you a little bit emotional that you haven't started a family yet, or that you aren't where you would like to be as far as your fulfillment within your family life, your certain connections. Some of you feel like you've let certain people down up until this point on your fast track to fulfillment, or as you try to race towards it, feeling like there's a bit of pressure or someone's kind of lighting the fire under your ass as you're trying to move towards the completion of certain goals. I'll do it. I'll get there. Don't pressure me, right? You might find that you meet up with somebody, whether it's a family member, an acquaintance, a friend, and that meeting just brings up certain emotions or thoughts that you're just like, oh, well, damn, this was supposed to be enjoyable, or just don't really know what to make of this. If you see a duck, it's a sign. Interesting. Six of Wands. People will notice you. If you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, and people are like, well, damn, that's Gemini. Wow, I'm noticing Gemini more so. And Spirit's saying that's purposeful. You deserve the attention. Whether it's through your job, through acquaintances, other people, you're getting noticed. You might find that your voice is leaving your life because you're doing a lot of talking, trying to accomplish a million and one things, feeling like a taskmaster or a money-making machine, or simply you just feel like you're accomplishing everything. Why does it feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders at times? And people wonder why Gemini is so overly serious. You know, it's like, I feel like at times I have 18 million personalities, you know, and other people looking at me like I'm an alien. And it's like, so it's this feeling that you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month and you're getting so much praise, so much attention, but at times people are looking at you and they may be looking at you out of admiration, but you're taking it as more so criticism. It comes through more so as like, why are you looking at me? Are you judging me? Am I looking gross? You know, are you noticing a different side of me, a different layer of me that I didn't want to show? You just feeling a bit oversensitive or vulnerable due to all the attention, and Spirit saying, let's adjust our perspective. Remember that not everyone's sort of out to break you down, to judge you to that extent. Sometimes you, more than once in the middle of the second half of the month, you might feel inclined to take a positive sort of constructive criticism, or just someone looking at you out of admiration once again and twist it in the wrong way. So just something to tread carefully with, to be aware of. But it's like finally your work starts to pay off. Your hard work starts to show little bits of progress as you're racing towards what you want, what you deserve. And Spirit's like, well, you haven't given up, right? Even when things were rough or tough, when obstacles popped up way too often, you haven't given up. So you're on your way to fulfillment. Seven of Wands. As you make your way to wrap up the second half of the month and month in general, you find that a lot is coming at you. A lot of people depend on you. A lot of people are, again, judging you, criticizing you, complimenting you. And it's just like, even if it's good, it's a lot. I can't catch my breath. I can't breathe. Feeling on guard again. Interesting, because we got that vibe with the Queen of Wands in the middle of the first half. You're too much. I'm too much. I just don't know how to sort through all of this. You might find towards the end of the month or in this last chunk, your mind stops. You know, people just throwing this and that at you, criticizing you, judging you, complimenting you, praising you, certain successes coming to be, and you're just like, yeah, okay, this is good, I guess. It's a lot. You know, you sort of having that almost anxious kind of moment or overwhelmed moment where things just stop or pause. And Spirit saying you need to take care of oneself. Are you implementing enough self care? Right? It's okay to say no. I feel they need to say you aligned with the Four Cups. You know, you're gonna definitely think back to that offer at the end of that happened or occurred at the end of the first half, and you just being like, well, I said no to that so easily, so why do I find it so hard to say no to other people, you know, especially the ones I care about? No, no, I'm sorry, I don't have enough time, enough mental space at this point. I'm like starting, it's all starting to kind of boil over emotion wise, and I'm going to sort of explode in one way or another if I don't take care of Gemini. You know, it's like I'm going to keep racing towards my fulfillment, but am I doing so productively? You know, asking yourself a lot of important questions at the end of the month, and finding that again you go from just this moment where you stop thinking altogether and everything's just kind of pauses even while everything's coming at you, and then the overthinking begins really quickly again, and you start to experience body pain or just panic attacks, and Spirit's like, you got to take care of yourself. All right, Gemini, you have to take care of yourself. And once you feel more comfortable saying no to not just the obvious things, but to things that you can say yes to down the line, or, you know, can just kind of delay a little bit, you'll feel 10 times better allowing yourself to be like, I can give more of myself to the things I said yes to, right? And then it's more like you just got to be understanding that Gemini's got a lot going on, and I got to sort of prioritize as to who and what's going to get my energy at this point. As you notice very much towards the end of the month, that guard starts to go down. And you're like, you know what? All is good as I continue to race towards my fulfillment. All right, Gemini? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading if I could even say it. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time. Sending you love and light. Hoping you have the best month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.